This is AIBE, that is All India Bar Exam, 17th question paper. So this is set C. I am here describing the key legal concepts. So in this question paper, there are three questions on Hindu law, adoption and marriage. One question is regarding the effects of adoption. Section 12 of the Hindu Maintenance and Adoption Act 1956 outlines the legal effects of the adoption. So, according to this adoption, Section 12, a child once adopted becomes the natural child of the adoptive parents. There are no birthrights to the child who born in a family. So once adopted, he becomes the natural child. Coming to divorce grounds, living separately for less than 3 months is not a valid ground for divorce under the Hindu Marriage Act. Coming to subinter relationship, defined as third generation with regard to mother and fourth generation with regard to father for marriage prohibitions. Here it's given fourth generation, but it is actually fifth generation for marriage prohibitions. It's not fourth generation, it is fifth generation. Then coming to public interest litigation, there are three questions. Bill does not cover purely private disputes like the landlord tenant matters. So, any dispute between the landlord and tenant matter, bill does not cover it. Coming to father of bill, Justice P.N. Bhagavati is recognized as the father of public interest litigation in India. Next, bill is not intended for personal fame or wealth. So it is very important because public interest litigation, it is not for the personal fame or to get wealth. It is to support the law, rule of law and justice, to uphold the rule of law and justice. Then from the fundamental rights and writs, right to speedy justice. The Husseinara cartoon versus State of Bihar case affirmed the right to speedy trial as a basic fundamental right. So this is very important question. So 3 or 4 times the same question repeated in the AIBE exams. Right to speedy justice. The Husseinara cartoon versus State of Bihar case. This is. Then writ of quo warranto. The writ can be issued against the usurpation of a public office to challenge the legality of a person occupying it. So, quo warranto is to challenge a person who occupies a post, public office. What's the authority? A common man can question if a person occupies a public office. Then natural justice. Ridge versus Baldwin's case established the application of natural justice in administrative decisions. Then legal principles and acts. Adi alteram partem, meaning a person cannot be condemned without being heard. This is a core principle of natural justice. Adi alteram partem. A person cannot be condemned without being heard. Second one is Bar Council rules. Rules made by the Bar Council of India are under the Advocates Act 1961. So Bar Council has to follow the Advocates Act 1961. Then coming to Indian Divorce Act. Indian Christians can obtain divorce under the Indian Divorce Act 1869. So here the Christians whoever want divorce they have to follow the Indian Divorce Act 1869. Advocate appeal period. An advocate aggrieved by a disciplinary committee order can appeal to the Bar Council of India within 30 days. So appeal period is 30 days. This is given in the Advocates Act 1961. Section 35 specifies about the disciplinary actions on advocates. Company and environmental law. Company conversion. A private company converting to a public company requires a special resolution. This is very important. Private company, if it want to become a public company, it has to follow a special resolution. Corporate veil. The doctrine of lifting or piercing the corporate veil is associated with the company law. Then coming to the Environmental Protection Act. An appeal to the National Green Tribunal under the Environment Protection Act 1986 lies under Section 7A. So for this question, just generally we have to follow the bare acts. So Environmental Protection Act is 1986. So appeal lies under the Section 7A. Fundamental duty. Article 51A over G relates to environmental protection as a fundamental duty. So, environmental protection as a fundamental duty is under the Article 51A over G. It came into force through 48th Amendment in 1978. Then coming from the IT, Labor and Contract Law, Cyber Appellate Tribunal Appeal. An appeal from the Cyber Appellate Tribunal goes only to the High Court. So here every appeal from the Cyber Appellate Tribunal goes to the High Court. Electronic Record Addressee. A person intended to receive an electronic record is known as the addressee under the Act. So, whoever receives the electronic record is known as the addressee. Trade union registration. The minimum number of members required for trade union registration is 7 members for trade union registration. Certified standing orders must be posted in a language specified in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. So in 8th schedule it has been specified in which language the standing orders to be passed. Then coming to taxation and property law. Resident in India. An individual is deemed resident if in India for 182 days or more during the previous year. Capital gains. Profit from the sale of a residential house is charged under income from capital gains. So whoever sell their house, the difference in the amount on which the capital gains gets calculated, the difference in the sale amount on which the capital gains gets calculated. Factory occupier. The person with ultimate control over a factory is called the occupier under the Factories Act 1948. Safety officer. Factories employing over 1,000 workers must appoint a qualified safety officer. Then questions from the civil and criminal procedure. First one is road accident approach. So we have to file a case. Correct way is we have to first put forward the FIR, then petition has to go to court, then summons to the insurance company. FIR to petition to summon to insurance company. Then to second question is perjury application. If someone lies on affidavit, a perjury application can be filed. So if there is an affidavit lies with regard to affidavit, perjury application can be filed. Proclamation for the absconding. So this must be publicly read, affixed to residence, conspicuous place, affixed to courthouse, and optionally published in a daily newspaper. So these all can be done. Publicly read, affixed to house, or affixed to courthouse, or published in the newspaper. Then coming to legal frameworks. Understanding specific acts like Hindu Maintenance, Advocates, and Environmental Protection Acts is crucial. Familiarity with the civil and criminal procedure codes, including appeals, injunctions, and evidence rules, is essential. Knowledge of fundamental rights, writs, and remedies like pill and specific relief is vital for legal practice. Thank you.